Your every thought has an impact emanating and iterating throughout the one web of all existence. There are many links and associations that we do not always see, for they are very subtle. For instance, I was often wondering about what to make out of my website, and I always receive GoDaddy advertisements on YouTube. It has been very long until I realized the link between the two. And one day, as I was tr- as I wanted to write a new article on my WordPress, it was still that same GoDaddy ad appearing of many of my videos. And there are countless moments where I would think something negative and something would fall or drop in my house, or that it would make drop or fall, or that I would hear a loud noise outside just to aggravate my negative thoughts. The Arconian maneuver knows your every thought and your every energy, your every desire, and they are naturally egotistical. They are demonic in nature and vampiric, and they wish to feed upon your darkness because they are soulless. However, you have an inner light which they do not own, for they have lost it as fallen angels. Your light is so powerful that you can only let them hurt you if you allow them to. The matrix has now fallen down and a new crystalline grid is built. The earth is no longer three-dimensional but fourth-dimensional and ascending into the fifth dimension. This is the big news. But as we transition into the event, which is our transition into the photon belt, every 10,000 years, this even occurs across the span of approximately 2,000 years, earthly speaking. And we have to let go of what we believe will no longer serve us in these 2,000 years. Although the dark age of humanity will no longer repeat itself, for it has been decreed in the divine will. And you will slowly or rapidly realize how much you have not seen that has been synchronous, or even strong links that were so subtle you didn't even have the time to think about it. For you were thinking yourself of being busy. The best way to clarify this up is by meditating. Sometimes go out in the woods, sit at the bottom of a tree, and meditate. You can also channel light language if you wish to. And what I do personally is that sometimes I go there, pick the same tree, for it is my tree of grounding. The first time I went into the woods just a few minutes away from my house, I picked a tree in the forest, and every now and then I always use the same tree. I could have used any tree since we are all connected, but I simply prefer that tree because when I was a child, I've experienced a relationship with a tree. And it's as if I was reenacting it, and it brings me joy and comfort. And so I always choose the same tree because it has the strongest energy print. It has opened the grounding for me. It knows me. And I share a light with that tree that I use to anchor myself even more into Gaia's heart. She has chosen to ascend with us, and she was very kind to do so, for Gaia is a very generous being. She could have chosen not to bring us, and we could have been obliterated. But henceforth, we were very lucky to make her to have her say a big yes to bring us with her because we are her children. She is the mother of some of the most precious life in the multiverse. Humans are a mixture of many extraterrestrial races that were perfection over time during the times of Lemuria and Atlantis. They have one of the most interesting species history to ever tell. They have one of the greatest stories ever told. Although many races do have their own stories, they they do not have some experiences that humans had throughout their entire history since the seeding in the Uluru Rock in Australia.